Welcome back to Z's Comics Reviews. We are getting back into the swing of things with Liquidator number 2. We don't really have a whole lot today, but next week a lot more stuff going on. Liquidator number 2. It's basically Time Cop. If you don't know what that is, time travel police. They go back and they erase anachronisms from the timeline. This one. The first issue dealt with the main character going back in time and like getting the lay of the land, pretty much world building. This one still world building,
yes, but
you get a little bit more meat on the world building. You find out that the bad guy, not really a bad guy. He's time sick, and it's a really interesting read because now they're combining magic with time travel science, and it's a really cool concept. So honestly, I give it a 3 out of 5.
So I didn't read the first one. Was this one about like the bad guy? Like
this one was like this one is the antagonist.
Okay, yes. So like I didn't read the first one. Like we said, we're getting back in the swing of things. We felt this one would be a good one to jump in with. So I didn't know this was the bad guy. But still pretty good.
Like,
yeah, it's interesting. So
for you not having read the first one, it still kept you, right?
Yeah, still very interesting thing. You get what he means when he says it's not necessarily a bad guy, which I don't usually like stuff like that. Like with the exception of like Doom and stuff like that, like Doctor Doom. I don't really like when they're like, "Oh, he's not a bad guy. You can see what he's going on." Like, nah, go in on the bad guy. If you're bad, be bad.
That's why I didn't like the
sometimes when it's done
movie.
right, but like when it's done right, it's nice, and I feel like they're doing it pretty nicely here on this one. So yeah, I'll agree. Nice read, good read, solid 3 out of 5.
Dude, the artwork for this is amazing. It's from Mad Cave Studios, and all of Mad Cave stuff I have not been disappointed with. So like Mad Cave is on the upswing. I think they're doing a lot of old school IPs and stuff like that too, but they're really leaning into the new concepts and stuff like that. Mad Cave did Pop Kill. They distributed Pop Kill, so yeah, it's definitely a publisher to look out for. Mad Cave Studios. They've been around for a minute, but they're really hitting their stride this year. Let me see. So 3 out of 5 across the board. Definitely worth picking up. Liquidator number 2. Moving on to DCKO Harley Quinn versus Zatanna. So I haven't really been reading a whole lot of DCKO. I've been like catching an issue here and there. Basic premise: Darkseid is coming back. Darkseid has come back, and he is trying to regain his power. Well, somehow the power is creating these multiversal anomalies where it wants to be wielded, I think. It's very confusing how this whole tournament structure is made, but it's you got all these heroes, villains fighting each other. The newly returned Lex Luthor fighting Superman and stuff like that. Joker versus a Wonder Woman. Joker versus Red Hood. I think that's supposed to come out this week. But yeah, like this one right here, Harley versus Zatanna. In Harley's book, they're actually kind of friends now because of some, multiversal energy, magical shenanigans going on. But in here, Harley seems to like go on the cruel offensive. Like she's not just physically trying to beat down Zatanna. She's trying to like break her like a little bit. And the artwork, I'm going to tell you right now, Mirka Andolfo is on the interior, and it's just fantastic. I love her artwork. I love how she her concepts of the characters. This is I think it's very well written for a fighting comic.
Yeah,
and you do get a lot of action. You do get a lot of really cool set pieces. So again, I would give this. Honestly, I would give this one a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it that much.
I'm in the middle on it. Nice little 3 out of 5. My only gripe with it is like, I'm like nothing against Harley. I'm just not her biggest fan, and she was kind of. I like Zatanna more, so she was kind of annoying in this one, where it was like,
Yeah, but her annoyance,
which I know is
like,
what she
it was for a point.
I know her annoyance was for a point. Like at the end, you know, they tie it all.
What?
They tie it off. like pretty well, but still it was kind of like so annoying. But like, hey, they tie it off nicely. Nice 3 out of 5. So yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Is like, I'm not the biggest Harley fan. Her character is kind of annoying to me at times. She was a bit more annoying in this one too, just because of who she's doing it to, since I like Zatanna a bit more. Magic is awesome. But yeah, they tie it off nicely at the end. They explain why she's like doing what she did. So it's good. I like it. Made it better for me. Nice 3 out of 5.
All right. So 4 out of 5 for me, 3 out of 5 from you. Either way, definitely worth a pickup, especially if you're really trying to get into the figure out what's going on with all this DCKO stuff. All right, moving on. So we had to do a quick recap to get up to this one. Supernatural number 3 came out last week. It is very loosely like they're following a storyline. There's going to be a big bad.
Yes.
But it's very loose. Each of the issues, for the most part, deals with its own big bad, pretty much,
Yeah,
or like
a
baddie of the week.
Feels like early season episodes, you know, where it's like, okay, they had a monster of the week type thing going on.
Yeah,
they might mention the overarching story a little bit, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So all of this series is going to take place somewhere before the last 4 episodes of the first season. And I don't know, man. Greg Pak, normally a fantastic writer. I still think it's a little bit of a mistake to have such a high profile writer writing something that he doesn't know. Because the dialogue between the brothers, Sam and Dean, it is not Sam and Dean, not even first season Sam and Dean. So there's a little bit of disconnect right there, but the overall story is still feels like it's set in the Supernatural universe.
Yeah.
But that's my only gripe. It doesn't feel like Sam and Dean.
That's a gripe of mine too. Like, we just don't feel their essence, the essence of the characters here. Kind of like, even if he did watch the first few seasons at least, may not have got really paid attention too well, or got their characters enough. Because it's gotten better. Issue 1 really seemed like, okay, I don't see it.
Yeah.
2, it got a little bit better. 3, again, a bit better, so maybe we'll get there. But honestly, that's kind of the only gripe.
Yeah.
Not too big, but
the
everything
artwork
else
is really good. Eder Messias, I think is doing the interior as well. Yeah, Eder Messias. His artwork is fantastic for Supernatural. I loved it. And then, I'm just going to tell you right now, Ghost Dinosaur. Ghost Dinosaur. Wait, was that this one or number 2? No, this was this one. Ghost Dinosaur. It was really cool. But it's a concept that they didn't have in the show, and I'm like, they should have had something like that in the show, but at the same time, it didn't. It felt a little disconnected.
That concept felt more like later seasons.
Yes.
If this was taking place in somewhere after season 10, it feels like it would make sense.
Like a jump in the shark kind of thing.
Yeah, it felt like you could feel it, but for earlier seasons, this issue, some of the stuff that happens in this issue is kind of it doesn't really fit with the vibe of seasons 1 through at least 5.
Yeah. But bottom line, I still give this a 3 out of 5. I enjoy it, but I'm really hoping it gets better, especially with the new writer coming on for the Valentine's Day special. So I'm really hoping that happens, and I hope that it's not set in the first one, because I already had a Valentine's Day one on that one. So, but yeah, 3 out of 5 for me. Supernatural. What about you?
Yes,
3 out of 5. All right, it's still worth a pickup.
Yeah.
All right,
if you like Supernatural, I think you're gonna like it. It's
exactly.
still Supernatural.
Exactly. So moving on to, I think this is my favorite one that we reviewed for this chunk of this bunch of comics. This is called Teether Parental Guidance.
No, it's
Parental Guidance.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a different. I thought it was a different subline.
No,
it seems like it's going to be different,
right? So Teether Parental Guidance. I originally thought it was going to be a one shot, but as you can see, it is a 1 of 4, and there's a preview for number 2 on the back. it kind of reminds me of this old movie called Splinter, mixed in with like Wrong Turn, the like two horror movies that you didn't think would mesh well. I think they do. And that's this one right here. A small family is out teaching one of the kids how to drive, and literally run into a I'm gonna say quote unquote like, deer,
like monster.
Yeah, it's like
thingy.
Like its face is replaced by
almost thing vibes at times.
You know what's funny? It reminded me of the lampreys from like season 3 of Supernatural. Where the kids were being replaced by the little things with the heads, or the leviathans from season 8. So it's really weird how these two kind of reminded me of each other. But the artwork is very dirty, very visceral, but that's not a bad thing.
Black and white.
Yes, black and white with splash.
Sometimes red.
And it really works for this type of storytelling. I am kind of excited to see where the rest of this series goes. And I'm definitely going to be ordering more for the store, because to me, this was really, really good. I want to see more of it. The characters kind of feel real. I mean, like, when the dad's talking to the daughter before all hell breaks loose, it kind of feels like I'm talking, like it would be me talking to Serenity or Inara. So it feels a little bit real, and then it turns into the fantastically horrific stuff. Yeah, it's a great read. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5, and I'm not a fan of black and white stuff, but manga. But this is American, so yeah. But yeah, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 because I thought it was fantastic. I see it being very solid. Nice 4 out of 5 for me. I kind of see it. We don't know if because like we said, we kind of thought it was going to be a one shot, especially at the end too, where it's like it literally says end, and then like so we were confused. Then you have the preview for the second issue on the back. I kind of think maybe it's going to be like, I guess, a creep show type thing where it's like, okay, they're all like an anthology. Yeah. So maybe they'll all be like parental family sort of themed, because this one you got the parents and their daughter out on a trip, and then things go awry. Maybe that's what the next one's going to be. It's got a little picture of a boy on the back. So maybe they'll be like kind of like family horror theme-ish. Maybe that's their thing. Which, if so, is pretty nice. Like, everything works out pretty good. This one shot was nice. So I'll give it a nice 4 out of 5 for me. Yeah. All right. 5 out of 5 for me, 4 out of 5 from you. That about does it for our reviews for this week. Nice short little show. But we'll get back to it starting probably next week, and we will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Give us a like, follow, share us with your friends, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.